Good morning, everyone. Welcome back to the day 2. And we will just give a couple of minutes before everyone joins. And then we will begin the session with today's agenda. And and the timing is 7 a.m. to 8 a.m. So let's give it a couple of minutes so that everyone can attend this class.
Hey everyone, good morning. Welcome to Cloud Seco. In the meanwhile, others join. Is there anyone who was not present in yesterday's session, or anyone who wants to ask a quick question about anything? We can utilize that time. Please raise your hand if you have any doubt or question.
So Anirudh seems to have some doubts.
Hey Anirudh, you can unmute yourself and go ahead. Anirudh, you would need to unmute yourself. Yeah, please.
Hello.
Hi, Anirudh.
Yeah, hi, good morning.
Good morning.
I'm not present yesterday's lecture.
Okay, not an issue. We will give a quick brief about what we have gone through yesterday.
Okay, fine.
Okay.
Thank you.
Yeah, somebody asked a question. Please summarize the yesterday's content. Sure, we will.
So I think we can start with yesterday's recap. So we will first have a quick recap of what we discussed yesterday about Cloud Seco Academy, and then a quick recap about the AWS course that we are going to cover, and then we will proceed with the topics of today's session. So Zubair, over to you, and you can proceed with the session.
Thanks a lot, Amar. So first, I will give a quick brief about this academy. So we have formed this academy, and this is the first batch. This academy is called Cloud Seco, and we have a very specific intention behind forming this academy. We want to deliver real-time knowledge to everyone, whoever needs to learn the cloud technologies or the related technologies. Okay. So we will be delivering real-time knowledge. That is our primary motto. The second thing is we want to make learning as affordable as possible. So here you will gain practical knowledge. Obviously, you will go through theoretical knowledge as well, but main focus is on practical knowledge. Whatever happens in the real time in the corporate world, so we will try to deliver that. The other thing is, once you are as far as AWS Cloud is concerned, or any other cloud, what we are going to teach you, so you will be ready to appear for any certifications if you want. Okay? You just need to brush up on some scenarios that are asked in certification. So obviously, the certification pattern and the content changes time to time. So if you learn this course now, and after some time you want to appear for certification, just make sure you have learned up to the mark, or if something that is added newly in the certification, you need to brush up that. But we will be making sure that your foundation and core things are ready. And most importantly, if you get an opportunity to work on any project, you will feel very comfortable and you will be able to perform the real-time task without any hesitation. So people who have learned things from other academies or institute, they mostly gain theoretical knowledge. They have a good understanding, but when it comes to working on the real-time environment, then they feel uncomfortable or they need to learn more and put more efforts on learning at that time. But what we promise is when you will be on the desk, you will not have to uh, put your brains in learning things again from scratch. So you will be real-time work ready. This is our motto behind this. And if we talk about this course, AWS Cloud, okay, so this course is for all AWS roles like admin, developers, and advanced cloud roles such as AWS architect. You will be 100% ready for AWS admin role. Mostly the things we will be running. So any kind of role will have to perform those kind of activities. For developer and architect role, we will be building your strong foundation. A slight change would be there in terms of roles and responsibilities, but we will be covering most of it. But it covers 100% for AWS admin related activities. If anyone has any doubt about this, please ask. Else we'll move towards the session. Yeah, I think Naveen has a doubt. Yeah, Naveen, you can unmute yourself and ask.
Yeah, in this course, is there any scope to like related to DevOps things? Not DevOps core, but like on DevOps on AWS.
Yeah, indeed, you will be having a good foundation for DevOps to start with. So DevOps,
Yes,
it can be
as
on-premise. For people who don't know on-premise, it's on data centers. And nowadays, as every industry is moving towards cloud, so cloud service provider are coming up with all the possible tools for DevOps in their platform. So once your foundation is built, and as we promised, we will also show you if you have to work on any new service, be it DevOps, be it machine learning. So the way you will quickly grasp that foundation will be built for you. So don't worry, be it DevOps or any other thing,
yeah,
you will be 100% confident to adopt any sub
not
skill.
not asking about DevOps, but I'm already working as a DevOps engineer.
Okay.
Yeah,
So like, what is your exact question?
it's a question is will you cover that related to DevOps? How we implement that DevOps and this cloud AWS?
Yeah, so DevOps on AWS would be a different course altogether,
Okay.
because DevOps itself is
But
a vast field. Yeah.
no. Mm, I'm asking, will this cover that? Will it be helpful for a DevOps engineer who want to be enhance his cloud
Okay. I will give a
knowledge?
I will give a simple answer. Hope it justifies. So you are currently working as DevOps engineer, but what if you want to implement your learning and your skills on AWS Cloud? So
Yes, yes.
will this course suffice your need? Yes, indeed it will. So you will have to
Yeah.
just start working on AWS Cloud, and you already know DevOps skills, right? So you don't have to worry about that. This course will definitely make you ready for that.
Yeah, I'm already yeah, we are already using AWS, but not from scratch.
Don't worry, you will learn everything from scratch to the expert level.
Okay, sure. Thank you.
You're welcome. Okay. So anyone else, or okay, in the interest of time, we'll jump to the agenda for today. Okay. So What we covered yesterday, we have gone through some basics of IT industry, what is needed to um, perform in IT industry. So we covered that Linux is the base operating system that is used throughout the world for any kind of IT related work. Yes. And we talked about what are the cloud essentials. You need to have good understanding of data and cloud. We have gone through a brief about and in depth about data. So you can watch yesterday's video, which we have shared. And now we will see, we will try to understand. We already understood what data is, what are types of data, structured, unstructured, and semi-structured. So what are databases? When the data is collected for any industry, let's say yesterday we discussed about Amazon. They have order table, they have procurement table, they have customer table. When all these tables related to specific activity are gathered, so they form a database. uh, and now the important thing is, what is big data problem? So as we gave an example of IRCTC yesterday, so we have gone through how many users are using that application, or how many users are using Amazon or any other service, e-commerce, pharmaceuticals, healthcare sector, and banking sector, telecom sector. So when users start contributing to use the services, then it leads to generation of data, which becomes huge and huge and huge. So it becomes difficult to handle the data in terms of computation, in terms of storage. So it creates a big data problem. You might have heard about big data technologies, uh, a- a- like Hadoop or something else. So this is why it is called technology, because these technologies like Hadoop or something else, they provide solution to big data problem. So big data in specific is not a technology, it's a problem. And the technologies that provide solutions to this kind of problem are referred to big data technologies, be it streaming services or Hadoop services. Now you have containerization as well adding to it. Okay. So understand, big data is a problem, it's not a technology. But yeah, in market it is referred to as a technology. So if we now to start understanding cloud, we need to first understand what a data center is. What used to happen, I will give a simple example. I have an organization in my office. There are few employees, and I have a small customer base. So I purchase 4 to 5 to 10 computer systems. I store the data of my customers and my employees in that system. After that, I perform some analytics, and I told you, right, this data is important for me to make business level decisions. So we have gone through in detail yesterday. So we need to perform some analytics. For that we need some power, computation power, we need some storage space and everything. But as the data grew, I am not able to manage all these things on my office, okay, on my own. So what used to happen typically, I need to purchase, now I need to purchase 100 computers, then 1,000 computers. Okay, I'll give one example. Let's say we have Amazon sale going on, or Flipkart Big Billion Day sale going on. So this sale lasts for 3 to 10 days, right? And in this 3 to 10 days, the customer who purchases on the websites, the count increases like anything. So usually 100 customer are visiting the website. In these days, it becomes 1,000 or 10,000. So for these 10 days, I cannot buy thousands of computer again for only 10 days. So it becomes difficult for me. What if I buy them? Then the remaining year it will be useless. So we have to always utilize the resources. If we are not utilizing the resources, that is called underutilized. So we are not making a good deal. So here where the data center comes into picture. Data center is nothing but a physical building, and it has many servers, a good amount of storage, and they provide networking, they provide power, they provide internet, they provide air conditions. If the power goes down, if the internet goes down, what is the backup of that? They all take care of that. If I don't go for data center, so I have to manage everything in my company. I have a small office. I have to uh, build my own center to store computer, to supply power, air conditioning, and internet. I have to make sure the backup is there. So it's a headache for me. So instead, I go to some providers. They are called data center. Many companies reach out to them. So they build everything and make it ready. I have to just lend the services from them. So they will provide me computers, they will provide me storage, they will provide me all the networking facilities and maintenance. Everything will be done by them. I have to just pay to them. So this have made the job easier for organizations. They don't have to bother about maintaining everything. So that is why data center was in demand. Suddenly, in the recent years, cloud has become popular. So what is the difference between data center and cloud? To understand that, we need to understand cloud. Okay, so cloud is nothing but a virtual data center. Hmm? It provides all the offerings of a data center. Apart from that, it provides many more services. Okay. So what was the offering of data center? In simple terms, your computing, storage, and networking, and all the other facilities. Okay. So it is providing additional thing. But for these small additional things, should I move my data from data center to cloud? Because I have kept my data on the data center for last 20 years, 30 years. So now it is advisable to move or not. The answer is yes. Why? Because cloud says you have to pay as you go. That means how much you use, just pay for that. Then what was data center? In data center, we as a company have to make an agreement with the data center. So let's say now I'm Flipkart and the big billion day is coming. I ask data center that I need 100 computers for 10 days. If they have available computers, they will say yes. If they don't have, they will have to procure, or they will have to purchase only for my 10 days sale. What will happen after that? So what they do, if they are making arrangement for my campaign or sale, so they will have an agreement with me. Let's say irrespective of the time I use computers, I will have to pay for 2 months, and the charge will be high. So it is cheaper for me to use data center compared to use purchasing everything in my office. So I will go for data center. But what cloud is saying, you pay only for those 10 days. So think, cloud has made my job much easier. It will save me a lot of cost. So no agreements, okay? No advance promises. Only whatever I use, I have to pay for that. That is the main attraction of cloud. The other thing, so if I want to have 100 computers, I will have to inform data center months before. Let's say 2 or 3 months before, I have to inform data center that I will be needing 100 computers in the month of April, from 1st April till 10th April. So they will have to make arrangements, right? But in cloud, they have everything. You just tell when you want, and when. So if I want in April, I can just build those system one day before or 1 hour before. Okay, so this is the power of cloud. Apart from that, cloud provides scalability. So I need 100 computers. I'm sure of that. So I have built 100 computers one day before. So I will have to pay only for that usage. Suddenly I realize the traffic on my website has become is exceeding much beyond my expectation. So I need more 100 computers. So whenever the traffic is increasing, at that time I can add on the fly. So I will make it 100 to 200. And what will happen then? So I realized that this traffic is huge, and the traffic is active from 7 a.m. till evening 10 p.m. So what I will do, I will scale in such a way that at 7 a.m. morning, there will be more 100 systems added um, to my like architecture, and at 10 p.m. evening, all additional 100 system will be removed. So I will have to pay only for those number of hours where the 100 systems were running. So by this, we can achieve more performance by paying low cost. So this is why the cloud model is a successful model, and every industry is moving towards cloud. Exceptions are there who have built their own data center, who have not rented service from any other data center, but they have instead built their own data center. Example is banking sector. So for the data that is very much crucial for them or sensitive information, they store it in their data center. The rest, all the information, they store it in cloud. And as people are still moving towards cloud, I would say not more than 20% have moved towards cloud till now. So we have remaining 70 to 80% industries who will be moving towards cloud. So we have plenty of scope to provide services to them. Like we can get plenty of jobs in the coming years. So if you go through everything properly, understand and practice, you will become job ready. That we can do. Okay. So what are the additional services that cloud provides? It provides all the offering of the data center, as I mentioned. Apart from that, it provides serverless. What is serverless? Sorry. So what is serverless? If I want to run some program, or if I want to host a website, I need a computer system for that. Okay. So I'll just give a simple definition. We will cover in detail when we when we progress in the course. So I need a computer system to run a website or some program. But what cloud is saying, are you focusing on running a website? Then don't worry about the computer. We will take care of that. You just have to focus on your website content. So if I just quickly build my website and hand it over to them, then they will host everything. So I don't have to worry about what kind of computer I'm going to use, how much is the RAM, what is the storage and CPU, okay? And will it scale or not, like elasticity is possible or not. So earlier I used to design everything, but now cloud is saying you don't have to worry. For you, it will become serverless, means without any computer. You just run your website and it will be live. This is one example. Okay. Next thing is encryption. What is encryption exactly? Like when you enter the username and password for Gmail or for Facebook, anything, right? So your username or email address is visible, but when you enter the password, it either converts to dot or star or something like that, which others cannot see. You know what you're typing, but on the screen, it changes it to something else, okay, for security purpose. So this is the basic example of encryption. It encrypts your data, changes into something else so that it is not readable for others. So in the example of Facebook login, it is protecting so that others, even if they are looking at your password, they should not see what is appearing on the screen. But when it comes to real time, this password is stored or the data transfers from one place to another place. So this, as I told you, right, data is the essential asset for any organization. So in our schools, we maintain the data for last 20-30 years, or from the days the school was started. Hospitals also do the same. Banks also do the same. If you deactivate your bank account, if you have deactivated your bank account 10 years ago, they will still have your information. Why they are maintaining your information, why they are spending money to maintain your information? Because it will make the useful, like it will help in making the useful decisions for them. So information or the data is important for every organization. This is the key rule. So to protect that data, they will do anything. So one aspect to it is encryption. So the sensitive information, when the password is being transferred, when the phone number or email address, so that is called PII information, personally identifiable information. So whenever you're providing the PII information, the country level or organizational level standards are set that says that you cannot make your PII information visible to anyone. So for that, we need to encrypt that. So kind of data we can encrypt, right? So encryption, I hope you understood in a in an easy way. So in detail, we will cover.
We have a question from Sanjana.
Yes, Sanjana, please go ahead and unmute yourself and ask.
Okay, thank you so much. I have a question related to data center and cloud.
Yeah.
So it was told that when a website have too many, maybe for example, Amazon or Flipkart, if they are having some sale on the website, then definitely it requires more computers to handle the incoming sale, right? But as per my understanding, we use cloud or data center in order to store the data, isn't it? Or correct me if I'm wrong with the basic.
See, it's just simple three things.
Mm.
If you see what data center provides on the screen, like computation, storage, and networking. So focus on these two things. Storage is required to store anything, right? But how will you process? To run the website, you need a working computer, right? Storage is just one part of it.
Okay.
But what will happen? The storage will become same. I'm not saying about storage. When the number of users is increased by double, okay. So what is required at that time? Computation. To process the request or to cater the request. Okay, you many people, okay, 100 people are logging. I have a small computer. I'm able to entertain all 100 users, right? All of a sudden, the user count increase from 100 to 1000. Will my computer be able to do it in an efficient way? If you like, you enter Amazon.com or Facebook or Flipkart.com, sometime it responds very slow. There could be many reasons. Your computer is slow, but what if your computer is fast? It's a new computer, brand new. Still, there are some websites which act slow. Why? Because all of a sudden traffic increases and it's beyond their expectation. So at that time, data center will not provide you elasticity. Elasticity in simple terms, it's an elastic thing. So cloud will help you increase the number of machines, not for only storage. Main is for computation.
Okay.
So you have. Okay. Yeah. Sorry. Nadeem Sheikh. Yeah, please.
Yes, Mozambique, can you go back to other slide? What is cloud?
Yep.
Can you please elaborate on the serverless thing?
Okay. Serverless thing, it is like, as I gave you an example of website, right? So I am hosting a website on a machine, on a computer. So I need to configure everything. I need to deploy the operating system. I need to deploy the required software. Okay. People who know about the website, they know like Apache web service. Okay. So you have to make sure everything that is needed to run a website is configured. So earlier it used to be done by the organization. Like, let's say I'm hosting a website. I need to configure everything. I need to test it. I need to make sure it is responsive. What if it goes down? What if my computer crashes?
Understood. So it includes the HTTP servers also along with the hardware.
Yeah.
Combined,
So,
right?
so this is just an example, hosting a website. There are many other things that cloud provide. So hosting a website or running some analytics platform. So for that, I need computers, right? So what cloud provider says, if you are doing it for this purpose, like hosting a website or doing some analytics thing. So if you're doing just that, don't worry about that. We have taken care of everything. You just have to submit your code. So developers will build the code. They will test it in their environment, but when it comes to hosting in production, so they will just submit the code, and the cloud service, which is related to serverless, it will take care of that. It if the computer goes down, they will take care of the backup. If the computer needs elasticity, they will take care of that. You don't have to worry about how much RAM is there, how much storage is there, like how many computers in backend are there. So
Yeah,
for
understood.
you, for you it is serverless. So that's why it falls under serverless. Yeah, Naveen. Okay, Abdullah. Yeah, you can unmute and ask any question.
Hello, everyone.
Yeah.
Just my question is, SaaS is there, PaaS is there, whereas as infrastructure as a services is there, right?
Okay, so okay, you are focusing on that term. So what is the what is this?
No, just my question is, two things you mentioned, SaaS and PaaS is there, platform as a service and system as a service you are saying. Infrastructure is as a service is also available, right?
I was expecting this question. So what is the second point in this slide?
Serverless.
No, second point. It
Sorry.
provides all the offering of a data center. So this is the
Okay.
offering of a data center. What is this?
It's an infrastructure.
Yeah, yeah,
Oh.
that yeah. So I know
Thank
people
you.
who will think in that way, they will definitely ask this question. So I should have written, or I intentionally did not write it, because at this point it's a very beginning and people don't understand even SaaS and PaaS. Many of
Okay,
them.
no.
Okay.
Thank you.
So infrastructure is nothing but building your systems and network and everything. So cloud provides infrastructure as a complete package. Okay. So once we progress through the course, we'll definitely get into more details. Okay.
Sure.
I hope Abdullah it's clear now.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
You're welcome. Okay.
May I ask Nadeem, I mean, what was your question answered, and if you have any other query at this point?
Oh, all good.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, thank you. So in short, cloud is one-stop shop. So we will discuss more about infrastructure as a service, software as a service, platform as a service in detail. Okay. So I will have to make sure that everyone here, they captures whatever is being delivered. So for that reason, some things I have summarized, something I'll leave it for the upcoming lectures. Okay. So I hope it's clear till now.
Yes, Manoj.
Okay. Yeah. So now I have also told why people are preferring cloud over data center, because of these facilities, and most importantly, the elasticity and the cost. Okay. Now what we will do, we will quickly jump into the practical stuff. We will create an AWS account so that people can start practicing. For that, see what I have done to create account. We need a debit or a credit card. Well, you need to be ready with your email address, a working email address, a credit and a debit card. So prior to this session, I have recorded how to create an AWS account, because I have to show it live. I don't want to just give away slides. So what I have done, I have created an account, recorded everything, and I have just blurred the part where I'm entering the phone number and email address and the credit card information. Okay, so I'll quickly play that video and I'll guide you through the video, right? Just let me know if this video is visible.
Yeah, and this video will also be shared so that when you set up, your AWS account soon after this class, you can still follow the instructions of the video. But this video will definitely clarify, all the steps required to create a creation of this AWS account. And when Zubair said the email address, so it's your personal email address, such as Gmail ID.
Gmail or anything hot, if you're using Hotmail or anything, but make sure this you have access to this email address all the time. Okay, so let's quickly start. First of all, open any browser, be it Chrome or Firefox or any browser that suits you. Okay, and this is from the very basic thing, like from the very start. So in Google search bar, okay, type AWS account creation or create. Okay, so you will get couple of results. So go to the Amazon website. So you will have 2-3 results from Amazon. Just create and activate an AWS account or create account. Okay, just whatever like you feel it's relevant, just click on that. Okay. Once you click on this, it will redirect you to Amazon's page. Now on the top right side, you see an option of create an AWS account. So I'm assuming you don't have an AWS account. So for that reason, I'm taking you from the beginning. So yeah, hit create an AWS account, or you can also create on sign up, your wish. Okay. Once you click here, so it is asking for a root user email address, okay, and AWS account name. So this is the process for beginning. So it is asking for an email address. And why it is saying root user? Because you will be using this email address to manage your AWS account. Okay. So for that reason, I have told you, you should have access to this email address all the time. So now enter your email address here. So I have just blurred the email address for security reasons. As I told you, this email, you should have access to this email. After entering the email address, enter the account name you want to appear. You want it to appear on the cloud. Then verify it. So what it will do, it will send an email verification code to your email address. So let's refer to this email address as root email address as of now. Okay. So I have got an email for verification code. I have copied the verification code. Now I will enter the verification code and verify. Okay. Now it is asking to enter a root user password. Enter a strong password, and please don't forget the password. Take a note and confirm the password. Hit enter. Now it is asking you to enter your contact information. So this contact information is required 2 times while creating the account. One is for giving this information as the AWS account owner information, and the other time, the next time it will ask you for entering the bank detail. At that time, you need to enter the exact information that is related to your bank account. So I have 2-3 bank account. Let's say I have given the information of, let's say, Mumbai here, and later the bank account information, the bank account address is from Hyderabad. So I need to make sure it matches with the bank account. Okay. So be very clear about, if you don't enter the correct address which is associated with your bank account, your account might not get created properly. Okay. So you have 2 things. How do you plan to use AWS? Is it for corporate use like business, your school, or any organization, or it is for personal or your own projects? So click on own project, because you are doing it for your own. It's not a corporate account. Okay. Now you need to click on personal, and on the left hand side you see free tier offers. Okay. So free tier offers, we will understand what is free tier account. So as a new account, Amazon provides some services free of cost for certain time. Some services are always free, and some services are on trial basis. We will understand in detail how it works in upcoming lecture sessions. So right now we'll focus on creating the account. So you enter your name, whatever you want. Okay. Now select the country code. For India, it's +91. Enter your mobile number here. So again, I have blurred the mobile number. Select the country as India. Type in the address. You can type your full address. For demonstration, I have typed just Hyderabad here. Enter the state or province and enter the postal code. Hit on I have agreed the terms. Scroll down and click on continue. Okay. Now it will ask you for billing information. So in that, you need to have a credit card or debit card with you. Make sure it's not a RuPay card or something. It accepts only Visa, Master, and American Express. Okay. If you don't have a Visa or MasterCard or American Express, just lend it from someone you know, your close friend or family members. It will deduct 2 rupees, okay, which will be recredited after some time. Okay, so enter the card information, enter the expiration date and year, and enter the name that appears on the card, and enter the security code. That is your 3-digit code. Now use my contact address. This is what the address we just entered in the previous slide. Okay, but there is another option, use a new address. Make sure you enter the address that is related to your bank account. If it's the same address, use my contact address, or if it is a new address, then use a new address. Okay, and as we are creating this account for practice purpose, so for PAN, do you have a PAN? You can select no. If you want to provide, you can definitely provide, but no need as of now.
Naveen, do you have a question at this point?
Yeah, Naveen, you can unmute and ask.
So, yeah, yes. If you lend someone's card, then the card name on the card and account.
Yeah, account name will mismatch. Yes.
Name should be same, or anything will work.
That's I did intentionally. The name I entered was Mr. Tutor, right? It's not my name. But while entering the card information, I gave my actual information. So it will not ask you for the card holder, it will not.
No, card holder name.
Yeah.
Holder name.
Your voice is breaking, Naveed. Just Ammar, is Naveen audible to you?
No, Naveen, you're breaking.
But Naveen, I got your question in the Q&A session. Q&A section. Account owner name and name on the debit card should be the same. So it's not a compulsion. You can have different name of account owner, and you can have different name like of the debit card owner. Naveen, you're not audible. You can again put your question in Q&A. Yeah, Rupali, you can unmute and ask.
Hello.
Yeah, please go ahead, Rupali.
So why we have to complete this process?
To see, you will be learning the cloud services, okay, the cloud concept. So how are you going to practice? If you, without practice, if you just get a job and start working, you will not be able to do at all. So it's for your practice. Without practice, we don't recommend even appearing for any interview.
Okay.
Because in company you have to work, right? They will give you something, and they will give you the access to account, and they will ask you to, let's say, create a computer. So will you be able to do that just by watching?
Okay.
Yeah, for that reason, like I encourage you to practice, because it will help you boost your confidence to another level.
Okay.
Without that, it will be difficult. Yeah. Okay.
So
Thanks,
it's
Naveen.
a debited rupees.
Yeah, it's a debit card or credit card, whatever you have, it will deduct 2 rupees.
Okay.
Only 2 rupees, and that will also credit. They will credit after some time.
Okay.
So it's just for verifying.
Rupali, I'd like to add something here. When we work on any tool, especially any cloud tool, the companies, they provide some lab setup.
Okay.
For which we need to create an account. For instance, if you want to learn and practice Azure, you can create a free account on Microsoft Azure. And if you want to learn, for example, Office 365, SharePoint, they have another Office 365 portal for that purpose. But to be able to log in and then start practicing creation of your own resources and to work on that, you need to set up your account first. And for that reason, they ask for the credit card details. and just ensure, I mean, everything will be safe on, because these are very authorized and
sure.
authentic companies. So you can provide your information there.
Okay. Thank
You're welcome. Okay, so now enter the credit card information, the expiration date, the card holder name, and it could be different. So let's say I'm using my friend's card, so I can enter his name. If I enter my name and it does not match with the card information from the bank side, my account creation will like it will terminate it. Okay, so I will have to again use another card or provide the same information. So and once the account creation stops in between, so it takes time to resume the process, so you will have to wait. So I recommend enter the details very carefully and properly, so in one shot your account will be ready. For many people it happens because of the information they provide does not match with the card information. So now you have to enter the details. Okay, for PAN select no. So I have entered the details because I don't want to show my card information, that's why I have blurred everything. Okay, I don't want to show my address, so that's the reason. And this is the best practice. You should also not share your personal details or the critical details with anyone else. Okay, select no for PAN card and then verify and continue. So it redirected me to enter the OTP. So whatever card details I have provided, there is a mobile number associated with that, right? For any transaction, you get an OTP, right? It's a similar thing. So a mobile, sorry, on your mobile number, the registered mobile number for that bank account, you will get an OTP. And if you can see at the second last line, you are paying merchant Amazon the amount of rupees 2. Okay, so you will be charged 2 rupees. So make sure your mobile is in network. Sometime it happens the mobile doesn't have network, so the message does not arrive. So at that time the account creations blocks in between. So make sure you have good network on your mobile. If you feel that the message have not come through, you can resend the OTP. As you can see the button here for resending. If you still feel it is causing some problems, so sometime it happens that calls will come on your mobile but messages won't. So just put your mobile on flight mode, wait for a few seconds, and just take it out of flight mode. So now the message will start coming in. And if you don't get the message, just click on resend. Okay, so I'm going to enter the OTP that I got. Confirm. Okay. Now it took me to the next screen. It is saying confirm your identity. So now this is the last step. You have to just verify who you are. So you can do the verification by 2 methods, a text message or a call. So in this video, I'm going to show you how to do it by text message. Just enter your country code, that is +91, and enter your mobile number. On that, you will receive a text message. Just enter that OTP here. Okay. Enter your mobile number. Enter the CAPTCHA code. Sometime if the CAPTCHA code doesn't match, you see a refresh button just right side on the right side of the CAPTCHA code. 2 arrows, the curved arrows. Just hit on that. It will regenerate a new CAPTCHA code. Or if you want to listen to it, you can press the mic button. Sorry, speaker button. Now the mobile number I just entered, it shared a verification code on that. I have to just insert that verification code, hit on continue. Now you have three options. So the verification was successful. My account is ready. Just I have to select these three. So as I'm going to use a personal account, I will always go for basic support. So even if it is a business account, the business, unless they have some real stuff running on their account, they don't go for any development support or business support. Okay. So what is this support? I have to pay Amazon $29 per month if I go for development support. And if I go for business support, I have to pay $100 per month. What is this support plan? If I have any difficulty in doing anything, or if I'm not able to launch my resources, at that time they might assist if it is in their capacity. So right now we are going to learn everything from scratch. So we will go with basic support, and we will try to save as much money as we can on Amazon. So for sure, for using the resources, there are some charges incurred, but I will try to show you how to use things for free or with minimum charges. Now complete the sign up process. Okay. So it is saying that my account is ready. Go to the management console page. Okay. It is asking for some information like what is my role, if I am an admin, an architect, or what area I'm interested. I'm interested in analytics or web development. So this is just kind of a feedback. You can skip that. On the top right corner, you can see sign into the console. Click on that. Okay. So now it is asking to sign in. Okay. So select on root user. As of now, what is IAM user? We will learn in the later sessions. So as of now, select a root user, and you have to enter the root user email address. So what address we use to create the account, you have to use the same address at this point. Same email address. Okay, sorry. So here I have entered the root user email address, and then I will click on next button. Click on next button. Now I have to enter the captcha code. See, I have showed you how to refresh the captcha code. Don't worry, this video will be shared separately. So you can start creating the account. Enter the captcha code. Now it is asking for password. So it's the same password which we used to create the account. Now I am inside the console, and so without any issue, I have created the account by following the correct steps. If you miss or if you enter incorrect information, so it might trouble you. So I recommend you to watch this video and try to replicate those steps. I have explained in a very detailed way. This video will be shared with you very soon. Okay, so this is how the home page looks like after creating a new account. So we will go through what the console looks like, what are the services, everything in detail in tomorrow's session. So if anyone has any doubt in this process, please raise the hand and let us know.
And for the people who are actually not primarily from the IT background, and if this type of process is new for them, I'd like to explain once again that the credit card information that you provide, whatever resources you would be using for your practice purpose, Amazon or any other provider, cloud provider such as Azure or Google, they charge for the resources that you use. But in this course, we will demonstrate you, we will explain you how you can do the cost cutting so that you pay only very minimal charges for all your accounts. And Amazon also gives you the since you are a developer, you are in the learning phase, and if, for example, if you have some bill on your end, they can waive off that bill as well. Everything will be shown to you, so don't worry with the the credit card part. You can feel free to use it, and there will not be any charges incurred, in case if you might be thinking on that. Yes, well, so you can continue.
Yeah. So let's say I have created a computer on Amazon, or I have created a database on Amazon. So definitely Amazon will ask you to pay some amount for that. But what will happen, as this is a free trial account, some services will be free of cost. What are those services? We will again have a look in detail. Some services will be on trial basis. So, and some services you will have to pay. So even we have to pay while we are doing the practice. Yeah, you might have to pay some amount. So what we will guide you how to minimize that cost. Okay. So don't worry about that. Just follow what we are showing. Please do not rush and don't create things on your own. If you know, like if you have some idea about the cloud, let's just do that. Please don't do it unless we explain you about that billing cycle. Okay, whatever we teach you, please practice only that part. Don't rush. That is my request. Yeah, Nadeem, please, you can ask any. You need to unmute, Nadeem.
Yeah. So as you said, in the free tier account, we cannot access all the services.
You can. So you don't have any restriction to create or use any service. But what I told, some services are free, some are in trial. In trial means they have full functionality, but for limited period or limited time. And some services you have to pay. So let's say if I create a data warehouse, which is not free, and or I have exceeded the free usage limit, at that time I will have to pay. So we need to be very careful while creating the services. We will show you after your practice how you can stop the resources, because in the beginning of the session I told you cloud is pay as you go model. How
That's
much
right.
you're using, pay only for that.
Understood. Thanks.
We'll try to minimize the cost from your end as much as we could. Don't worry about that.
Zubair, we have a few questions, and it's about the course curriculum. So I think you would like to answer this. And there is one more question: how the recordings can be accessed. So if you Zubair, would you please explain our LMS platform and
Okay.
also
Yeah.
the course curriculum?
So this
And
curriculum
I
would be
hope this will
shared.
be shared. Yeah.
Yeah.
Please go
This
ahead.
will be shared so that you can have a look in detail about this curriculum. I'll just quickly take you through the LMS platform. So this is my homepage as a user. So make sure you are logged in. So if you are not, just go. So recording, this is about recording. So this, as promised, these live sessions are free. You can attend them for free. But to access the recordings, you have to go to courses. Okay, and you have to purchase your batch code course. CS batch 101 is this is your batch code. You have to go here and purchase. I'll just open in incognito and show you how it will look like. And we are charging a very minimal amount just to maintain this platform, because we are using Zoom, we are using the storage, everything. As we pay for usage in cloud, similar way we are trying to make it very professional, and we are trying to give you a great experience. So for that we need to also invest. So for that we are charging for this.
Usually, the AWS course or the Azure course, in general, it's charged at around maybe 25,000, 30,000, or maybe some of the companies, they even charge up to 50,000. They also provide the LMS platform, the same thing, the same LMS platform, the learning management system platform, where you can watch all the recordings that you are attending at your own pace. You can repeat them, and the storage is for lifetime. So you can access it at any point, maybe for your interviews if you want to brush up your knowledge, and when you are actually working in the field at that time as well, you will have the access for lifetime.
And just to add to it, the charge, the other academies charge like 20, 25,000, 50, 60,000. So it's for instructor led training, where you have a liberty during the class to ask any question, or you have the liberty to repeat some point in a different way. So this is called instructor led training, and this is really uh, a costly thing, which helps you understand much better in a much better way. We are giving it for free, so we are charging only to maintain things. So go into the courses now. The way you enrolled for this, it was free. You have to go here in the batch code. Now scroll down and click on buy course for 1,000 rupees. Actually, the charge we decided was 5,000, but we have reduced it to 1,000 because we again are in the very beginning of this academy. So hit enter your name, your email address, your phone number. After that, it will click on buy now. It will ask you for your UPI credit debit card information. The way you transact on any other e-commerce website, you can simply do it like that. Once you have purchased the course, you open cloudseco.in and click on login. Okay. After you log in, you will have this interface. So this is your the logo of your name will pop up here. You can go to dashboard. So in my dashboard, I have 3 courses added. Okay. So we have only completed 1 session yesterday. So here you can see this. So this is yesterday's recording. Okay. If I go to some other course which has multiple sessions, so this is how it will look like. You can expand if there is an option. So there is a we will upload recording day wise. We will also add the comments what we learned on that day. So you can click here and you can watch the recording in this way.
And this will be for watching the videos at your own pace. We will also be adding some quiz inside that, and some assignments will also be there in the LMS platform. So it's a very comprehensive tool, and it has a lot of features.
Like if you can spend a few minutes exploring the website, you will have a better idea. Any questions in that? I think we have reached the time. So people who have some work, if they want to drop, they can drop. People who have any doubt, we are here for 5 more minutes. You can definitely ask your questions.
Thanks, Muzammil.
You're welcome. Also, we will be circulating a survey link. Please on the group. Please fill that form. It's having only 2 questions. It will definitely help us to improve from our side. Anyone have any question, any doubt?
And the course contents will also be shared today in the group, and the recording of today's sessions will also be shared, because this recording will also have the complete process of account creation. So that's really required.
Yeah, Harshal. Yeah, you can unmute yourself.
Hello, sir.
Yeah, hi. Good evening. Good morning.
Good morning, sir. अगर सर हम अगर कंपनी ज्वाइन करते हैं AWS से, तो उसका पेमेंट जो अपन यूज करते हैं ये AWS जो लॉगिन वगैरह किया, तो उसका पेमेंट कंपनी देती है क्या?
Yes.
वो भी अपने को करना पड़ता है?
नहीं, वो कंपनी का अकाउंट रहेगा ना। कंपनी को मतलब लाइक उस पे काम करने के लिए आप पे नहीं करोगे, आपको पैसा मिलेगा।
अच्छा, ये सीखने के पर्पस से है।
हाँ, मैं वही बता रहा ना, शुरू में हमने जो बनाया, हमने पर्सनल अकाउंट बनाया है। ऐसा
ठीक
नहीं है
ठीक
कि बिजनेस अकाउंट और पर्सनल अकाउंट में डिफरेंस बहुत रहेगा, सेम रहेगा
अच्छा।
अकाउंट। सिर्फ
हाँ,
वो लोग मेक श्योर करेंगे कि भाई ये पर्सनल अकाउंट है तो इसका यूजेज बहुत ज्यादा नहीं हो जाना चाहिए बिजनेस के लिए।
हाँ,
ठीक
हाँ,
है,
बराबर।
होता क्या है,
हाँ,
इनको भी डर रहता है कि पैसे नहीं मिलेंगे।
हाँ, बराबर बराबर।
हाँ, ये भी अपनी सर्विसेज बेच रहे हैं ना, तो
हाँ, हाँ,
क्योंकि
हाँ,
हम पर्सनल अकाउंट बनाया तो हमको फ्री टियर मिल रहा है, फ्री
हाँ,
वाले
हाँ,
कुछ सर्विसेज मिल रहे हैं। अगर बिजनेस अकाउंट है तो उसमें
हम्म,
उन लोग का एक्सपेक्टेशन रहता है कि उन लोग का चार्ज अच्छा मिले उन लोगों को बिजनेस से। तो ये सब
बराबर
चीजें हैं।
बराबर।
तो आप फिक्र मत करिए, वी विल ट्राई
हाँ,
टू
हाँ,
मेक श्योर जहां पे पैसा लग रहा है हम वहीं खर्चेंगे, और
ठीक
जितना
है ठीक
खर्चना है उतना ही खर्चेंगे।
ठीक है सर।
मतलब ऐसे
थैंक यू।
300-500 रुपए अगर बिल आता है तो इट्स नॉट अ बिग डील अगर आपको अच्छी जॉब मिल
हाँ
रही
हाँ
है।
हाँ, सही सही बात है सर।
और डेफिनेटली
थैंक यू।
हम इनकरेज कर रहे हैं कि लोग रिकॉर्डिंग्स ले, उसमें आपको पूरा रिपीट करने मिलेगा। हम रिकॉर्डिंग्स तो ग्रुप पे शेयर कर रहे हैं, बट इट विल बी ओनली फॉर स्टार्टिंग फ्यू लेक्चर्स
ठीक है
फॉर
सर।
पीपल हु मिस टू अटेंड द सेशन किसी वजह से, और उनको लाइक देखना है कि हम कैसा पढ़ा रहे हैं, तो उस
हाँ,
पर्पज
हाँ,
से हम स्टार्टिंग के रिकॉर्डिंग शेयर कर रहे हैं। बट
ठीक है सर। थैंक यू सर। हाँ,
यू वेलकम। एनीवन एल्स, एनी क्वेश्चन? आकाश तेनाली, हम आपको स्लाइड शेयर कर देंगे, डोंट वरी अबाउट दैट।
Okay, thank you everyone. I think we can meet tomorrow at 7 a.m. and the recording will be shared with you. The course contents will also be shared with you. So take care and have a great day ahead.
Yeah, okay, bye everyone.
Bye bye.